Hey Run Junkies, I can't believe that we are halfway through September already. And there is just so much going on for me right now between the training and the wedding that's a week out, and then I'm already planning for superheroes, and then I'm still planning for Dopey, and then I have to make reservations and all kinds of crazy things. It's all good. We're fine, but it just seems like it's been forever since I've been sitting here chatting with you with my tea. It's kind of nice. I like this. Okay, so one last thought on the Arvada 10 miler I did last weekend. I am indeed using this as a proof of time, and I'm gonna walk you through why. This is a screenshot from the Macmillan calculator, which is what the Run Disney race organizers historically use for corral placement. On the left, you have my prairie dog time, and on the right, you have my Arvada 10 miler time. We can compare apples to oranges here if we drop down to the pace calculations for the marathon. The prairie dog time predicts that I'd finish in 5 hours and 1 minute, while the Arvada time has me finishing at 4:58 and change. Now, since I am participating in the Dopey challenge, which is 4 days worth of events, Run Disney takes that into consideration, and they kind of handicap you a little bit. They might push you back in corral a little bit, but just that difference in time is really the difference in one corral placement. I will be interested to see where this puts me in the corral placement for Dopey challenge, but I'm very happy with this race. I'm very happy with submitting this as a proof of time. Since Arvada though, I have been struggling a little bit with my right hip. Everything on my right side was inflamed, and Coach Christine thinks that it might have been just some inflammation around that sciatic nerve, and after a few days it started to go away, but really I couldn't put weight on that leg at all. So I was really struggling. So between the physical therapy and the race, it's been a rough start to this week. But I did take a little bit of time off. I was on the bike, I did some walking, and I did get back out for another good run on Wednesday. But basically for the rest of this month, Coach Christine has me running just to relieve stress, and I'm kind of glad for that. Now, there are times when I feel like if I don't go for a run, I will absolutely explode. But there are also times where there's just no pressure to actually go out and get the training done. There were a couple of runs this week that I just didn't care about the training. I didn't care how far or how fast I went. I just went. There were also some days that I had to actually skip a couple of workouts because I just had too many things going on. I had appointments, and I have, errands to run, and we're going to be gone for a few days. So I just had to make sure that all of this was going to get taken care of. And so my running right now is in a very careful balance. But I have to say, based on Coach Christine's recommendations and several other people, I bought a set of TRX straps. Let me tell you, if you want to know how weak your core and stabilizing muscles are, try these out and see how you feel. Oh my gosh, I have never felt so out of shape. But I think with the physical therapy and the cycling added in as cross training, the TRX straps are gonna help me out quite a bit. But it is humbling, very humbling. I've also added walking back into my routine, and since school started, my son and I have been walking back and forth to school a few times when we can fit it in. So what is next is the Superheroes Half Marathon, and so that's 3 days, and we're gonna be at the parks and we're gonna be on our feet. So not just the running is helpful, but if you add in extra walks during your training, you're kind of building up those just standing muscles all the time. That's all gonna get covered in October, I promise. And now I get to start looking at the Dopey challenge, which is, I think, just really funny because those of you who are training for Dopey have been doing so now for like 3 months. I should probably get started, huh? But really, if you've been following me for a while, you know that my training hasn't been exclusively for Dopey. I have been working on a lot of speed this year. The Arvada 10 miler that I just did was kind of the end of that particular piece of it. Now I'm going to be focusing on back-to-back days of running. I'm hoping that I can start adding days back into my plan. I do have another physical therapy appointment on Monday, so hopefully that goes well. So for the rest of this month, training does take a little bit of a back seat. I have to balance quite a few more things in the grand spectrum of life. As I said, Coach Christine just wants me to run to relieve the stress and do what I can, but don't put myself into a position of feeling like I have to get that done all the time. Just personally, the wedding is one thing, and it's actually going very well. It's going to be a wonderful day, and I'm looking forward to it. But there are quite a few things that are affecting me personally and emotionally, and it is draining to me right now that there is all of this happening kind of all at once. So at this point, it's just a matter of stress management, making sure I'm getting enough sleep, making sure I'm just taking care of myself when I need to take care of myself. All this means is that if I can get out for a little bit of road therapy, then I will probably feel better, but I shouldn't feel bad for skipping a workout just because there's just so much else going on. But that's really all there is to report. I'm just kind of on cruise control right now as far as the training goes. When we come into October, there will be significant changes, I'm sure. But here's what's coming up on this channel this coming week. On Tuesday, I'm gonna be talking about whether or not you should be running when you are sick. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit. On Thursday, I'm gonna show you some of my favorite dynamic warm-up videos. You guys saw my stretching and foam rolling videos earlier this month. And then actually on Saturday, while I'm getting married, I already have a video for you planned. So it's just a little fun thing, but I didn't want to leave you guys hanging on Saturday. So please subscribe for all of that. My question for you today is this: what kind of adjustments are you making now that the weather is getting cooler and the days are getting shorter? Please leave thoughts, questions, and comments in the box below. And as always, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Also, head over to gofindyourawesome.com for a few of my final thoughts on this week and what I have coming up in the coming weeks. But that is it for me today. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna miss you guys this coming week, but get out there, go find your awesome. Until next time, happy running.